To propagate a pothos, here are the steps. Step 1. Prepare a pot. Use a pot that has a drainage hole. This is important as pothos do not like to have very soggy soil. Their roots start rotting. The hole allows excess water to drain off when you water the plant. Fill the pot about 2/3 with the soil. You can use any fresh indoor soil for this. Pothos are not very picky about fertilizing, but it would be good for them to get a well-draining soil. Step 2 is to choose a good cutting. To begin propagation, choose a mature plant. With a pair of scissors, get a cutting that is healthy and somewhat steady. You can actually take any cutting of any shape. But what I have found is that if you take a very twisted stem, it tends to grow in that shape in the new pot and can be very hard to manage. This pothos is pretty unmanageable at this point, so I'm cutting a much longer portion than required for propagating. What we are looking for are nodes. The nodes look like little bumps and are very clearly visible on the stem. We want a couple of these nodes to go in the soil to allow for the roots to grow. Step 3 is to clean the cutting. Once you have the cutting, snip off the leaves that are closest to the nodes. That is, remove leaves that could get inside the soil. This will encourage the cutting to grow roots at that node. Do make sure to have a few leaves on top of the stem. Step 4 is to plant the cutting. Take your cutting and bury the stem up to just above the node. You can place multiple cuttings in the same pot. I put just 2, but you can try placing more for very bushy plants. Step 5 is to water. Water just enough until some water drains out of the hole. Step 6 is to place it in the right spot. Pothos like indirect light and do not like to get dried out. So find spots in your house that have good light, as these new plants need as much help as we can give them. Mature plants are able to tolerate low light as well, so you can place them far away from windows later. They look great in den or office and even bathrooms. Alright, moving to our next method of propagating. This one is super easy. Here's a sample of how money plants grow in water. I had taken a cutting and placed it in this lovely little glass bottle. And look how beautifully it has grown with its very mature roots. So, here is another glass bottle. You can of course take any jar with water for this purpose. Take a good cutting with visible nodes as explained before. Remove leaves that could be submerged in the water. Then, just place these stems in the water. How beautiful does this look? You can place these at different places in your house that have somewhat good light. Within a few weeks, you should have a happy growing plant. Okay, as for my super long pothos, I'm going to find a couple of sticks from outside. Here's my dog Millie looking for sticks as well. Alright, got a few. You can just use these sticks as support with a very long vine. I decided to twirl it around the stick and tie it with a twine. As it grows, my plan is to tie as much as possible for fullness and then trim. Of course, don't forget to clean up and wash your hands after. So there you are folks, beautiful houseplants throughout your house without having to buy a new plant. If you'd like more videos on food, health, mindfulness, travel, and more such happiness stuff, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.